Alright, welcome back. Turn 52 of Roots Bloody Roots, and it is a big one. So, got enchantment completed, which means that I'm casting Eternal Pyre. I've got 11 overcast on that, which is probably excessive for a bunch of reasons. But let's look at what we've got here. So, magic sites. I think that's the Windspire. Got herself some air gem income, cloud spires, but none of that matters too much because Tianqi is going for a throne rush. So I don't know which provinces they have claimed, but according to Satis, they have all the thrones that they need. They've got this one here, and I expect that they got this one here. They already had access to these 4, which I believe they had claimed. So that will put them at, well, yeah, they already had 9, and they've got at least 2 more this turn, which would be 13. If they have a third one that I don't see, it would be 15. So we have this one. I'm assuming this one. And then maybe they flew over and grabbed this one. I'm not quite sure of the logistics, because ordinarily the way that you get more throne rush powers is you get some water and you summon Bishopfish. But Plagia's been super defensive with oh, that'll do it. Okay. Yeah, so if they have this lake here that they've been summoning Bishopfish in, then that would meet that need. Alright, I can go and pivot over here and see, just in case. But it's definitely all hands on deck situation, for sure. Going back to the messages, after all, we don't know, and there's not so much I can do about it, so I'm still going to play my turn more or less like normal. Battle in Urfel. Tianqi summoned a bunch of birds to fuck with this palisade, and on the Jotun side they just have a bunch of giants. Birds are infamous for being numerous and ultra weak, but they're harassing down the giants so that their defense is basically nil, which means that the birds are able to chip them down by their sheer numbers. Looks like Tianqi sent 2 flocks of birds just to make sure they got the job done. And slowly the giants meet a Hitchcockian end. Surprising that, like, a bunch of birds did die, so I wondered whether they would rout, but, well, that clearly didn't happen. Battle in Bara. So this is AI Ariu messing with me and walking straight into my army. So good luck with that, Ariu. We know that we can just watch me nuke my own deer and stuff like that. I did kill 8 of my own deer and some wolves, which I'm not too concerned about. Then battle in Llamas. This is one of my, this is my giant moving into this province that Ariu had just grabbed, and you can see my giant in action. So he casts Greenness and unlock a Fortitude, Regen, Quicken, and now he's ready to get to work. He's still casting spells for whatever reason. And now he just starts nuking people 1 square at a time. Looks like, yeah, it doesn't matter whether he hits or not because he frostbrains the rest of the square. Alright, I did name this giant. This is Andrew Luck Rocket Arm. So still got a bit of the Parks and Rec theme going on here. There's no rush for me to move into Abyssea, especially since it's not mine. So I'll just sit here and search for sites for my buddy Esfil, I guess. Or let's move him over here, actually. Yeah, I can't actually move him into this province. We'll see what happens. I can't move him in to fight the throne, is what I'm trying to say. There's too much lightning there, even for him. Alright, Battle in Gold Mountains. So this is Satis attacking Eriu. Satis has some of these guys, which I don't know how you get Grey Lords, but they seem cool. Ethereal High Defense Cavalry. It's not to love. Money Prince, and some other random stuff. On the Eriu side, they've got some birds, Beam, and Mist Warriors. You gotta put this on turbo because it's not the most impactful. Knight's Flank, and eat everything, and that's the end of Eriu. Alright, Battle in Great Woods. So here we can watch Tianqi take out a throne in style. First of all, let's start with the defenders of the throne. So there's this conjurer with some death gems, another conjurer, more death gems. They've also got a bunch of blood slaves. So the throne is basically going to skelly spam. What does Tianqi have? A bunch of summoned horsemen, a bunch of crossbowmen who are starving but still crossbowmen, some birds. I don't know where they got the birds, but obviously they summoned them, but I don't know why they summoned them. And we'll come back to those guys. Some Imperial Guard and a eunuch. And there's his prophet, so he will be able to claim this throne this turn for sure. And this is fun. A cart of fire arrows. So this doesn't do anything on its own, although he decided to use that to carry around his astral gems. But it does basically cast flaming arrows for his whole army when it enters battle. Celestial Master with Power of the Spheres and a nature gem. This will be exciting. Some random lions, which are mainly nice for being free, and solid troops, don't get me wrong. Some geomancers. What's this thing? I think that he enslaved this from Nabah, if I had to wager a guess. Oh, and a geared out werewolf with lots of strength and berserkiness. With, I think the invulnerable is just coming from his native abilities, and a decent amount of protection. So this guy is just a straight up thug, and he's quite good at it. No fatigue, lots of reinvigoration, and lots of attacks. Alright, obviously they're going to take out the throne. I guess the question is more what sort of news. Oh, I forgot to come back to these guys. So these are transformed giants, similar to what I've been rocking. These guys are a little more, well, they're more powerful because they have more diverse paths. He used his national mage to make this as opposed to a naiad. They're also geared out a little bit differently. So he's got a shock hammer, mind shield, that gives him some magic resistance amongst other things. This helmet that shoots acid at people. Armor gives him basically everything but reinvigoration. Boots for reinvigoration. Luck and shock resistance. This is kind of a wild card slot, and then some anti-magic. His encumbrance is pretty high relative to his reinvigoration, but he's going to put that as spells. Oh yeah, let's look at the other guy. It's similar loadout, except he's got iron skin from his iron face. And then luck and shock resistance. So I guess he really wanted the luck and he just brought the shock resistance for the ride. Shock resistance is also good against arm negating stuff, so. Alright. Quite powerful. Super combatants. These guys are shooting a bunch of fire. So let's zoom out so you can see that. But I want to see what the full script is. Tenchi is doing Tenchi things with meteors. Oh man, what just turned everybody purple? Is that, I guess it must have been the mist form spell. Who even cast that? Adventure. So there's his blessing. He killed his own conjurer. Oh no, these are the Throne Guard conjurers. So many crossbowmen. There's the communion. Alright. That is a Throne Guard, I believe. What's he done? He's got Body of Flames and Moss Body. Body of Flames makes him ethereal, and Moss Body is a buff that goes on, it applies the damage after all the other buffs, so it's really useful for that. He is doing the same script. This wizard is just doing gifts with warriors. Werewolf. Okay, so who misformed everybody? You're going to have to bear along with this because I am curious. I don't think it was Imperial Geomancer. Like, these guys are just all communing. If I don't see it on this way up, then I'll just give it up. But it wasn't a gnome. It can't have been a great hawk. That wouldn't make any sense. The eunuchs are just commanders. The conjurers were defenders. Celestial Master. Fog Warriors. There we go. So that made everybody purple. It's massively overkill for what they're fighting. We can zoom past the rest of this and watch all the friendly fire. Alright. Well, the giants just clipped to the other side of the map, basically. I have a map move 29. That'll do it. Or, not the combat speed. Combat speed of 15. But still, they clearly have places to be. They're flying. Oh, because they have air magic, so they can give themselves flying, too. Yeah, that's really good. Alright, so the end story was Tenchi lost a bunch of birds and ghouls, which bumped up their death count, but they're not anything that Tenchi cared about, and they have everything there to claim the throne. Good job, Tenchi. Alright, me attacking Gothian. So this was another Tammy fighting against random PD. That's boring. A battle in Eriu. So let's go ahead and look at this battle. This is Abyssia storming the gates of Eriu. Excuse me. Sorry about that, I had a sneeze. Alright, Abyssia storming the gates of Eriu. Let's see what's on both sides here. Bear in mind that Eriu is AI, so the scripting is going to be suboptimal to say the least. They've got some wyverns. I don't even know what this thing is. It's some type of giant priest, I guess. Bards. One of these should be a Tuatha. Yeah, there. Don't move. another Tiawatha, and more bards. Meanwhile, on the Abyssian side, they've got this Magma Spirit, some dragons, Warlord, salamanders, more salamanders, Demon Bread, Mechanical Man, and Sacreds, which are the important part. I assume one of these guys is a Holy 3, but I'm not going to look through every one of them. So, let's watch the battle. Alright, Odysseus is sticking to what they do best. Looks like they've got some evocations sprinkled in as well, so there's falling fire is happening. We can speed this up a bit. Either way, the Sacreds are all blessed up and ready for trouble. One of the birds flies back there and gets constantly burnt. So, fire chicken was made that day. And it looks like the AI is trying to gum up the gates with Phantasmal Warriors, but Odysseus is just killing them way too fast for them to be effective. And so eventually, Odysseus made it inside the gates. Some of these guys are getting hit by stuff like, I think that was a lightning spell, but it's not enough to actually take out these guys, and area is overrun. Alright, so casualties, 2 of Odysseus' salamanders died. They lost 8 of their 59 sacreds, so I know how many sacreds I'll soon have to fight, probably. But nothing else of note. So they still got a ton of these salamanders who can easily Phoenix Pyre into evocations. I did not check to see how many fire gems they have, but I'll have to assume that it's a lot. So now Ares owns this province, or Abyssia owns this province. What's Abyssia going to do with it? Don't know. I guess they could try to leave through the throne or through Satis. I met no resistance in Bara. Oh yeah, because I had already broken it with my giant. So now most of my guys are storming the castle. This guy is holding on to gems outside. This guy is holding on to deer, and this guy is holding on to bears, or whatever I brought with me. But these guys are storming the castle. Go ahead and pull up the script just in case you're curious. So, skeletons, he's holding on to some air gems just because I know that he won't accidentally waste them. Communion, most of my Sun Priests are in Communion as slaves. Bone Melting, Divine Blessing just in case something happens to Leslie. Flaming Meteor, Bone Melting, Flaming Meteor. So we have a few guys that are dropping meteors. And yeah, so I've given some of the Ayahs water gems so that they can cast, like a single water gem so they can cast Quickening. That has a good amount of AoE and gives everything you could want for troop. So with 2 of those casts, that should give pretty good battle coverage. He's going to cast Fog Warriors, and as well as Demon Anti-Magic. And he is going to Iron Skin up the Communion, as well as Strength of Giants some of my troops if the opportunity avails itself. I guess he doesn't need to Eagle Eyes first. So let's instead, we could Iron Warriors some dudes. No, let's Bone Melter. As soon as I can find it. There it is. And actually, let's swap that out with Bone Melter too. So, Strength of Giants, give all my dudes some more strength, and then get to work on killing. There I go, killing again. What's that guy at the bottom? Pachua. Yeah, so he's just going through a normal bus spell and then causing trouble. Although I can swap out Stone Skin for Iron Skin. Do I have anyone else that's incorrectly scripted to cast Stone Skin? Not there. What's my bird doing? Stone Skin, yeah. Oh, that's right. I have it casting Stone Skin after Iron Skin. I don't know if this actually works this way, but Stone Skin says that it gives you 2 more natural protection if you already have 14. So let's try it. Can't hurt. Like, it's not a big fatigue loss if it doesn't work. So this is a good sized crew to open up this fort here, and then afterwards I figured that they'll head south. And while I'm definitely behind the 8 ball in terms of throne claiming, I might be able to say at least I tried, right? So yeah. This is Tianchu beating up on Naba. You can watch this battle. This is also a fort battle. At the very least, we can see what Tianchu brought to bear. They got some goats. That's funny. This heavily afflicted guy, fish man. Some horses. A lot of crossbowmen because crossbowmen are good. Any mages? This is an alchemist with a bunch of earth gems. We'll see what he's going to do with that. A couple eunuchs. As Tianchu, it's nice to bring eunuchs with you on conquest because they have this tax collector ability. So, and then the PD that they leave behind is nice too. But the tax collector means that you get the province that you take, even if you haven't been taking them in a straight line. To add to that, they have patrol bonus, so if you're worried about someone sending like assassins to mess with you, then a tax collector will help. Just a little tidbit. There's geomancers, so I don't know how many there are, but I assume that there will be some rocks. On the Naba side, they've got their archers and some snakes. So this will be a pretty quick battle. Let's see what Tianchu decides to employ. Earth power. We should speed this up a little. Rocks. I guess the earth power was for using the steel. There you go. Tianchu maps this up after some amount of time. I also like how Tianchu just has one giant block of troops. And by I mean, I don't think that's strategically wise because evocations love to beat up on that shape, but I mean, it clearly didn't matter for either of the battles we saw here. So Tianchu lost some random chaff, half their goats. It's a big loss right there. But they got the fort. So hopefully it'll be worth it for them. Alright, events, Man from the Heavens, the Nature Gems, Man from the Heavens, local lords are feuding. Of course, the main thing I like about this province is the gems. Earth Mage may summon AOC, so I guess that's where Arya was getting them from? No, because this was belonged to Abyssia. I could summon dead ones, that sounds fun. So I'm just making sure that I have some PD in all these places. Yeah, these guys are never going to be happy. Local executing, 10 province income, some blood slaves, fort breach, lack of supplies. Not that that will matter too soon. Tianchu used their vast money reserves to buy this apothecary, and Andrew Lex in the Hall of Fame for his lightning reflexes. So, in terms of Hall of Fame, I'm actually pretty well represented here. I've got Tammy 2, this bird, this assassin died, Tammy 4, and Andrew Luck. So, neat. Alright. As mentioned before, there's not much for me to do but just keep doing what I'm doing. Forging Shademail Habergen. That's armor that gives you the stealthy ability. So if there's time for me to fight Satis, basically, then that'll be a nice thing to have, because I can use it to have Super Kid Ratton sneak into their back line and cause trouble. Basically, that would be my battle plan for fighting Satis, would be use Tammys and a bunch of birds to basically hop over the front line and cause a lot of trouble, and then work back from there. Again, not that they'll actually matter. This guy is not quite figured out yet, so he needs a Vine Shield amongst other things. And what else does he need? He's getting the Amulet of Anti-Magic. I gave him this Heart of Life for 10 Reinvigoration, although it gave him a chest wound for 5 Encumbrance. So it's net 5 Reinvigoration, which is still nice. Isn't what it could be, but it's nice. I need to make him a helmet. So it looks like you're getting a horned helmet, because that'll be fine. I don't really want to think about it. Searching for sites. And I need to keep him someplace with a lab. So let's send him here. Let's give him a basic script. So what's Andrew Luck's script? Let's just take that and put some of that over here. And you will be Reggie Wayne. Alright, at the very least, if someone tries to play shenanigans on this throne, Reggie Wayne will be ready for him. Alright, continue sending scouts out. Not that they're going to do a lot of good. Why did I send this guy here? Whatever, I guess I'll search for sites. Let's give these things to this guy just in case it turns out to matter. But this is just site searching crew. Let's see. I'm just going through any occupied commanders. So this is another scout because I'm just pumping him out here. He can go west, I guess. There's the scout that just watched whatever genocide this was. Let's just keep going south, I guess. Oh, if I want to go south, I have to go this way. I still haven't actually seen Citizen battle plans, so that's something that I want to see more of. So I'm going to keep watching until I see them. There's a fort down here. Again, being besieged by Satis, so that's something I want to watch. And then I'm just peeking on my buddy Asphodel and seeing what he's up to. Okay. Mercenaries, Tianchi has them all because they have crap tons of money. Satis is fighting these guys, and, well, I'm not going to ask for that back right now. There's no point. Although I do have to watch out there because if Sitis and I come to blows, then I don't want them having province 1 away from my capital. Let's see. All of my commanders are occupied. Probably went through the script. Abyssia still hanging on. Is there anything cool I could forge? I did see a cool... Oh, that's right. This guy is forging a skull staff, but he should actually be summoning a specter. You can do cool things with specters, especially in Dominions Enhanced, because they have Death Astral Crosspath, which means that you can erect this Accursed Idol with 2 boosters. Once you have a Accursed Idol, then you can forge stuff to put into it, basically. So he can also cast, like, the Accursed Idol can cast Aethergate and stuff. So that's something that a nice progression to have, basically. Shade Mail, that's still the right thing to do. Alright. Did I liberate his fire gems? Alright. 91 should be enough though, so I'm not going to bother with more. If I regret it, then I regret it. I still need to actually use these fire gems, so. This crew is going to search for sites. Let's bring you with them. Yeah, that should cover every type of magic with 2 paths, I believe. And we're finally summoning a Wuya, so that'll be fun. I don't have a lot of stuff to give to Wuya when I summon them, but we'll see. Alright, home stretch for sure. There's a good chance this Tenchi just wins next turn. If that happens, then we'll do a little recap at the end of next video. Either way, thanks for joining me. I'll see you on turn 53.